Have you ever thought about how delicate it is to anesthetize a child? It's
Yeah,
not just about the medical procedure, but also about creating a safe environment for them.
absolutely. It's such a unique blend of precision and empathy.
Exactly. I was reading about a pediatric anesthesia nurse, Lone Damgard Hoggard, who works at Aarhus University Hospital.
Hmm.
She and her team handle around 6,500 pediatric anesthesias every year.
Wow, that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, and it's not just routine surgeries. They deal with everything from planned procedures to emergency traumas,
Right.
and they cover children from newborns up to 18-year-olds.
That's incredible. It must require so many different approaches depending on the age and situation.
Exactly. For instance, there was this 1-year-old child who was scheduled for surgery.
Yeah.
The child had a bit of a cold, but nothing too alarming.
Oh, but colds can be tricky in anesthesia, can't they?
They absolutely can. So, they started the procedure, and everything seemed fine at first. But then they noticed the child's breathing wasn't optimal.
That sounds concerning.
It was. The team observed a lot of mucus and irritation in the airways.
Right.
The child's chest wasn't moving as it should, indicating breathing difficulties.
So what did they do?
They had to act quickly. Lone and her colleagues decided it was too risky to proceed.
Yeah.
They stopped the anesthesia and supported the child's breathing until it stabilized.
That's a tough call, but safety comes first.
Exactly. She mentioned how critical it is to stay calm and systematic in such situations. Panic doesn't help anyone, especially not the patient.
It's impressive how they handle such high-pressure scenarios.
Definitely. And on the flip side, they also make the experience as positive as possible for the kids.
Yeah.
Like with a 4-year-old patient, they raced motorbikes down the hallway to the operating room.
Haha, that's fantastic. Turning a scary situation into a fun adventure.
Exactly. And they let the child choose the scent for the anesthesia mask. This one picked cola. It's all about making them
Right.
feel in control and less anxious.
It takes a special skill set to connect with children like that.
It really does. Lone emphasized how important it is to read the child quickly, to understand what they're comfortable with and adjust accordingly.
And I imagine the parents are just as much a part of the equation.
Absolutely. They have to reassure the parents too.
Yeah.
The parents are entrusting their kids to them, and that requires a lot of communication and empathy.
It must be both challenging and rewarding.
For sure. Lone loves her job because she gets to combine her anesthetic expertise with a pedagogical approach.
Right.
She helps kids navigate an overwhelming experience.
And she's specialized further, hasn't she?
Yes. She completed additional training in pediatric anesthesia through a Nordic program.
Oh, nice.
It deepened her skills and knowledge specifically for treating children.
That's dedication.
Definitely. And their team is unique in Denmark. They're always the ones who anesthetize children at the hospital, no matter where the child is being treated.
Wow.
They might even have to travel up to 1 kilometer within the hospital to reach their patient.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
It is, but it ensures that children always have specialized care.
Right.
They also handle cases where children need anesthesia for procedures like radiotherapy or when they're involved in accidents and need immediate care.
It's amazing how versatile they have to be.
Exactly. And despite the seriousness, they find ways to keep things light for the kids. They have
Yeah.
hats with Mickey Mouse ears and even blow bubbles in the operating room.
That's so heartwarming. It must make a huge difference for the children.
It really does. Lone mentioned that keeping promises is crucial. If they promise unlimited ice cream after surgery, they make sure the kids get it.
Haha, I bet the kids love that.
Absolutely. It's all part of building trust.
Right.
They want the children to feel safe and supported throughout the process.
It sounds like they go above and beyond.
They truly do. Lone feels that their role isn't just medical, but also deeply pedagogical.
Yeah.
They're helping children and their families through some of the toughest moments.
It must be emotionally taxing at times.
For sure, but she finds it incredibly fulfilling. Knowing that she can make a positive impact during a vulnerable time keeps her motivated.
That's inspiring. We often forget about the heroes behind the scenes in hospitals.
Exactly. And pediatric anesthesia is such a specialized field.
Right.
It requires not just medical expertise, but also the ability to connect with kids on their level.
And to think on their feet when unexpected situations arise.
Absolutely. Like with that 1-year-old earlier,
Yeah.
they had to make quick decisions to ensure the child's safety.
It's clear that Lone and her team are highly skilled professionals.
No doubt about it. and they're continuously learning and adapting. The medical field is always evolving, especially when it comes to pediatrics.
It's reassuring to know that such dedicated people are taking care of the little ones.
I couldn't agree more. It gives you a newfound appreciation for the work they do. Next time I hear about pediatric anesthesia, I'll definitely think of Lone and her team.
Same here. It's been really enlightening to learn about her experiences.
Absolutely. It reminds us of the human side of healthcare.
Right.
Behind every procedure, there's a team working hard to make it as smooth and comforting as possible.
Well, here's to all the healthcare professionals making a difference every day.
Cheers to that. I'm really glad we got to discuss this today.
Me too. It's been a great conversation.
Until next time.